your girl, Dr. Nina, and I know at times it's a struggle to take out time for self. Between work, school, and home life, it seems to be barely enough time to even breathe at times, let alone do the things that we actually enjoy. And some of us even get made to feel selfish for wanting to take out times for ourselves. Click like if you can relate to that. But what I had to realize is that if I don't move, nothing else does. And I definitely can't function if I'm completely burnt out. I'm no good to anyone or myself. So today I'm going to share some of the ways that I slow down and take care of that mental and physical well-being. And as always, all items are mentioned down below, and I've created some lists in my Amazon shop to make it easy to find them. And make sure you join my good old text community, especially if you're trying to get your life together. It lets you know when I have different things going on, like my master classes and when I go live on different platforms. Oh, and you say you're getting your life together? Join me on drninaellishervey.com and get my free 8-day supernatural video program, which is going to help you wrap all of that together. Make sure that you comment down below and let me know some of the things that you've been working on in your self-care routine that make sense, that are small, and just give back to you. And if you want to help me out, go ahead and like this video. It's absolutely free, likes are free. And it also keeps me in your algorithm so you can see this face when you want to see some inspiration. So let's get into this video. Something to remember is that self-care does not need to be difficult, and it does not need to take up all your time. It just needs to involve simple ways to get you up off that struggle bus and get you to living productively and happily. Now this one gonna be hard, especially for us people pleasers, but start with your needs first. Yeah, I said it, first. Self-care is not always about a cute little pamper routine. Most of the time it's about meeting your basic human needs. And when I started engaging in self-care as I knew it, I had to really figure out what my needs were personally. And before engaging in any kind of self-care routines, I had to ask myself some basic questions. Like, what needs do I want to meet here? And what do I need the most in life right now, in this moment? And what this does is it helps to iron out your self-care routine and make it more efficient and tailored to you. And also you can stop engaging in random self-care that you really don't like to do anyway. Let's be real. A lot of us research YouTube channels, including my own, and we pick a bunch of stuff and we say, oh, this is self-care. But unless it really involves you, it's no self in the care, okay? You gotta do things that make sense for you and your life, not try to fit in a bunch of facials and a bunch of baths. It has to make sense. So for example, taking a long bubble bath, that's cute and everything, but if you really want to focus on your facial skincare, then do that. Or you can simply chill on your couch instead of doing a long drawn out foot soak. It's whatever you need. It's your world, and that's what self-care is all about. Now, prioritizing is a must. I'm reminded of this quote. Until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you won't do anything with it. So while we're talking about what we have no time for, let's talk about where our priorities lie, shall we? Now, you know I'm about to gather your edges. When we feel like we don't have time to do anything that's important, it's usually because A, we're not making the time, or B, because our priorities are out of alignment with what we really need. Everything we do with our time is a choice. Pick your face up off the floor. Yes, I said the floor. We usually feel like we have to do something, but that's not always true. Oftentimes we have complete control over our time. Hear me now. Self-care can fit into any schedule, no matter how busy you are. Whether that means making it the first thing you do in the morning, Xing out that extra TV or internet time, saying no to frivolous or certain commitments, or basically just making other people upset at times. With this and with saving that time, doing things that you might not even enjoy doing, like all those extra happy hours or other things, frees you up from different things so that you have more time to give back to you. And I suggest that you get that in at least weekly. And I'm saying this right now as possibly one of the busiest people in the nation at times. I'm just saying. Try to engage in self-care little and often. It doesn't matter if it's exercise, meditation, or learning, or other great opportunities, as long as you're doing it little and often. A lot of times we try to practice self-care in these big old chunks of time, which bores us, and it also makes it just another thing on the list of things that we have to do. So instead of taking 2 hours a month on one day to do a facial and all these other wonderful things, try taking 15 to 20 minutes a day to take care of yourself in some way that makes sense for that time. You'll feel better about giving back to yourself. It won't take too much out of your time. And hey, if you do want to have a long day one day, you've already done all the little things that lead up to that. You're teaching yourself every day that it's okay to do something that gives back to you. I also consider time that I'm giving back to myself through my daily smoothies, supplements, vitamins, as well as a good meal that helps me feel healthier and more whole as big time self-care. And for a while now, many of my viewers, y'all know that I love Ritual vitamins, and I've been including them in my day-to-day. And I'm happy to say that Ritual is partnering with me to bring you all today's video. They help women and men of all ages fill the gaps in their diets. 2 easy-to-take capsules provide 9 nutrients. No fillers, colorants, or shady additives. So then you know exactly what's going into your body. I've been taking their Essential for Women, and I love that it's a highly researched multivitamin. Their research helps me to know that they're a brand that I can trust. It has 9 high-quality nutrients from D3 to omega-3. It's vegan-friendly, sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, and also allergen-free. They also offer women and men's multivitamins, 50 plus multivitamins, teens, prenatal and postnatal vitamins. They have a delivered to your door subscription. It's for about $1 a day with no strings attached and no extra charge. The capsules don't hurt my stomach, which is a big thing, and they don't hurt my empty stomach either. And they don't just offer vitamins. They just launched their new Essential Protein range as well. Their daily shakes help to support maintenance of lean muscle mass as well. Now, better health doesn't happen overnight. And right now, Ritual is offering you 40% off your first 3 months. That's 40% off your first 3 months by going to ritual.com/Dr. Nina 40 and using code Dr. Nina 40 at checkout. Some other things that I do to help me reclaim my time include actually leaving work or putting work away on time. Listening to something I enjoy in the car, like a podcast or a video that I can just listen to, or songs or music that I enjoy. Arriving places early so I have a little time to relax, because I realized sometimes I would get to places and I felt like I was doing way too much because I'm literally jumping out the car and jumping right into something else. But if you get there earlier, you got a little time to chill. Eating lunch alone. Taking a small course, even one that excites you, or taking Uber or public transit or something like that that gives you a chance to brain dump, read, or just engage in doing nothing, so you don't have to think about the hustle and bustle yourself. So some quicker self-care I sometimes do on different days is cooking a quicker and healthier meal, meditation and prayer, short workout routines, journaling when I feel like it, creating a set of affirmations in one of my books that I like to write in, or simply finding a change in scenery. When you start deliberately taking time for yourself and saying no to people and their commitments and the things they want you to do, you will get met with some resistance, and some people will be upset with you. But so what? And this is emotionally hard, I'll admit, especially if you're not used to saying no, or if you're used to placing other people's needs above your own. People pleasing. And in these situations, we have to learn to become more assertive with our needs and also our boundaries, where they start and where they end. We have to be clear. And I know it can be hard to stand your ground, especially when you know the people around you might be manipulative and push back as well. But these are only temper tantrums. And if you continue to stay fast with what you said you're going to do, you teach people how to treat you. What I had to realize is that if I took a half an hour or more to myself and I came back, the world didn't end. And in fact, I'm in a much better and healthier position to take care of the things that I need to do and what I need to deal with in the world as well. So people better let you do it, because you're a much better person for it. And plus, you get people to invest in and protect and uphold and respect the time that you set up for yourself. But if you need help with this, check the links down below where I have my free boundaries workbook or little booklet that I've created. It just gives you some ideas of how to uphold your boundaries and create those clear lines that get you results. Remember, There's only one you. If you ain't taking care of you and you're not making sure others don't step on that time, you'll continue to harm yourself. And that's not what we're about over here. Now, you must actually schedule your self-care time. It's essential. When I speak with students, mentees, families, friends, and others, what I usually hear them say is, I don't have time to spend on no self-care, and I definitely don't have time to do it regularly. But the only way to stick with something is to make time for it. We'll make time for everything, everybody, and everyone that needs us to pick up and do everything they want us to do. Why are you not making that same time for you? So I got some homework for you. Find a gap in your calendar for the upcoming week or next week or the week after, and see where there's a very small space of time or a window of opportunity. Write in self-care time in that little space. Doesn't have to be long. For me, I even call it by name, such as like a facial or massage or time to just sit alone. I schedule it. But the most important thing of this is to stick to it, not just to schedule it. So hold yourself accountable or go get an accountability partner. But be realistic though, okay? If all you see is a 10-minute gap, then just use that. Depending on what your needs are, self-care could simply be breathing deeply and closing the door where no one can see you, or hiding in the bathroom for a few minutes. Basically, it's any way you can just give to you. Only you. Before I end today, I want to remind you that self-care is not luxury. It's not selfish and it's not indulgent. But self-care is absolutely necessary to your physical and your mental health. So make sure that you're taking care of that. And you don't have to do the big, huge self-care all the time. Just give to yourself daily and teach yourself that you're worth it. All right, y'all, make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace. Check the links in the description for my free new Dr. Nina's Mentorship Facebook group, which is a group of like-minded individuals looking to progress, grow, and support one another along the way. The Now That's Life podcast is about to go into season 2, so I suggest you go ahead and subscribe to the podcast on all your major podcasting platforms. All descriptions and links for that and my free supernatural video course are found below. Thanks so much for all the love and support over on my new website. If you haven't already, go ahead and check it out and join me for new ways to interact with me, giveaways and prizes, weekly emails, as well as my free 8-day supernatural video course, which is free when you sign up.